Hello students, in the last video lecture we have defined what do you mean by active medium, metastable states and the types of pumping schemes. So where we have seen that there are basically three types. One is 2-level pumping, 3-level pumping and 4-level pumping. But as far as 2-level pumping is concerned, it's difficult for us to expect the lasing happening over here because there is no metastable state in this case. So we have seen the disadvantages for that this will not help much because you can't expect a metastable state. Fine. So that's the reason we'll move towards the 3 and the 4 level pumping schemes in today's lecture. So as far as 3 level pumping scheme is here, this is the diagram. So this is my E1, the ground state. This is E2 and E3. E3 I drew like a band, but E2 is just like a line. Okay. So over here, what is happening? Here we'll just name first. This is absorption band, correct? This is pumping transition. This is laser transition. This is metastable state and this is non-radiative transition. So what happens over here? The population distribution among 3 levels obeys. 3 levels means E1, E2 and E3 obeys Boltzmann's law. Okay. So when atoms are subjected to an intense radiation of pumping frequency, what is the pumping frequency? Nu P is equal to E3 minus E1 divided by H. So the atoms are pumped to the higher level E3 from where E1. So some of the excited atoms make spontaneous transition to the ground state like usually, but many of them undergo spontaneous non-radiative transitions. Correct? What we said, that when atoms are subjected to an intense radiation of pumping frequency, nu P is E3 minus E1 upon H. The atoms are pumped to the higher level E3. Some of the excited atoms make spontaneous transition to the ground state. Directly going up, they will come down by spontaneous emission. But many of them undergo spontaneous non-radiative transitions, which is over here. Fine, non-radiative transition to the metastable level E2. Metastable level we are drawn at the level of E2. So as it is not often the spontaneous transitions from E2 to E1, the atoms accumulate at metastable state E2. So the buildup of atoms at E2 continues due to the pumping process. Fine. So the N2 population, here N2 population at E2 exceed N1 population at E1 and population inversion is reached. What is the condition? We said earlier also that we had, this is obvious, but what we want this is obvious, but our job is to get N2 greater than N1 for the population inversion. Fine. So population inversion is reached. So then a photon of H nu can, here I have said laser transition. So a photon of H nu can induce stimulated emission and the laser action. So for better pumping efficiency, what should happen? E2, this E2 should be a band of energy levels instead of a single line. Here I drew a single line, but here this could have been a band like this. It would have been better. That's what they are saying. So this allows use of pumping radiation of wider bandwidth to excite more atoms. So What is disadvantage of this scheme? This scheme requires very high pumping power. You need to keep on pumping continuously from E1 to E3 to get this metastable state more populated than N1, and then the lasing action takes place. So metastable state is a must. N2 greater than N1 is a must. But even then, this has got disadvantages. The scheme requires very high pumping power, and in this, the terminal level of laser transition is simultaneously the ground state, that is the E1 state. Now, therefore, the population inversion requires more than half of the ground state atoms. Okay, population inversion to occur, the laser action to occur, what we need? More than half of the ground state atom to be lifted to the higher energy level E3. So as the ground state is heavily populated, E1, N1 number is heavily populated, large pumping power is to be used to depopulate the ground level to the required extent. So this scheme produces light only in pulses. This can't give you continuously. This is a disadvantage. Okay, so once stimulated emission begins, metastable state E2 gets depopulated very rapidly and population of the ground state increases. So then the population inversion will stop, or it will end. To establish it again, one has to wait. That's the reason this 3-level laser operates in pulse mode. This is not continuous. So this is the one of the problem, because once this metastable state starts depopulating, okay, the population of ground state will start increasing, population inversion will end. To happen it again, you need to again wait for some more time for this to get flooded, then only you can start pumping it over here. So you are going to get the laser transition or the laser beam in the form of pulses. That's the problem what you face in case of 3-level pumping scheme. Okay, now we'll move towards the 4-level pumping scheme. So this is the 4-level pumping scheme diagram. So here what I had: E1, the ground state, E2, E3 and E4. So name things, as here we had the absorption band, here also this is absorption band. Okay, then here you will have the metastable state. Okay, this is again non-radiative transition, and this is my laser transition, correct, and this is the ground state. So what is happening over here in this 4-level? In this, the terminal laser level E2 is well above the ground level, such that E2 minus E1 is far greater than KT. So which makes sure that the thermal equilibrium population of E2 level is negligible. Okay, so in this, the pump energy elevates the atoms to a short-lived uppermost level E4. Fine. So we are doing this pumping transition to E4. The atoms then drop spontaneously to the metastable state. This is my metastable state, obviously. Metastable state. Upper laser level E3. Fine. So as terminal level laser level E2 is virtually vacant, population inversion between E3 and E2 is established. A spontaneous photon of energy h nu is equal to E3 minus E2 can initiate a series of stimulated emissions which will lead to lasing. So this laser transition takes atom to level E2. The atoms lose rest of their excess energy by radiative or non-radiative transitions, and finally reach to the ground state. So this we can name it as radiative or non-radiative. Here, like here we mentioned non-radiative. So this can be radiative also, radiative or non-radiative transition, and finally reach to the ground state E1. So atoms are again ready for the next excitation level to E4. So in this scheme, basically the lower level transition level is not ground state and it is virtually vacant. Not ground state, which means it is E2. Lower level transition level is not ground state, it is virtually vacant, and as soon as atoms are pumped to the upper laser level, population inversion is achieved. So therefore it requires less pumping energy than the three level laser. This is the major advantage of this 4-level pumping scheme. Further, the lifetime of lower laser transition level E2 is shorter as it is not a metastable state. Hence, what is going to happen? Atoms in level E2 quickly drop to the ground state. This steady depletion of E2 level helps sustain population inversion by avoiding an accumulation of atoms in the lower lasing level. So therefore, this 4-level pumping scheme or the 4-level laser can operate in the continuous mode. 3-level laser pulse mode and 4-level laser continuous mode because of the virtual E2 state. So the lower level transition level is not a ground state, it is virtually vacant, and as soon as atoms are pumped to the upper laser level, population inversion is or will be achieved. So what is important over here? It requires lesser pumping energy than the 3-level. Here you require more energy for pumping. Here you require lesser energy for the pumping. This gives pulse. This gives the lasing option, lasing transition in pulse mode. This gives in the continuous mode. So over here we have 4 levels of energy: E1, E2, E3, E4. Here we have only E1, E2, E3 because of the 3-level pumping scheme is required. So this is non-radiative transition. This is also non-radiative transition. This is my metastable state at E3. This was at E2. So after this is my laser transition, and this can be either non-radiative or radiative transition, and then they'll come down to the ground state or the even energy level. Okay, this is what happens in my 4-level pumping scheme.